All I'm saying is that Sharia... Wait a minute. That's just unnecessary. I'm waiting for him to talk, so I don't get interrupted.
Asbel.
There we go. Sharia has some justification for being upset at Asbel. Absolutely she does. Because Asbel, even if he was 11, told her, I won't leave you, and then he immediately left her for 7 years. Sharia would have less justification if, during those 7 years, Asbel tried to communicate with her at all. But Asbel, a little stupid, didn't do that. So Sharia has justification. Hubert has no justification whatsoever for hating Asbel. He can be upset at Asbel for, like, leaving his position at home when Hubert himself wanted to stay there but was forced out. I can understand being a little bitter, like, you got to stay at home if you wanted, but you left anyway, I was forced to leave. But that still really has nothing to do with Asbel himself. That is still all Hubert's dad. Asbel's dad, after Asbel just, like, witnessed one of his new friends killed before his very eyes, his dad then said, by the way, I sold your son to another country, and also you will obey me and do everything I tell you to do, etc., etc. Because, I'm just gonna, listen, Asbel was a stupid 11-year-old, but also, like, Lord Aston was, like, not a good dad. In terms of, like, he was not a good dad in terms of he was not good at parenting. Because if he was good at parenting and making his, like, sons, like, understand and see where he's coming from and stuff, then he wouldn't have sold one of them, and the other one wouldn't have run away from home for 7 years. So, like, on one hand, you know, Asbel running away from home was pretty insane to do. On the other, what kind of dad treats their son in such a way that he runs away from home from 7 years in the first place, but also doesn't hunt down his son? The dude was like, oh yeah, oh man, I just sold one of my sons, and now the other one has run away from home for, like, more than like any amount of running away from home. Like, Aston should have gone to find him, like, day one. But, like, I can imagine a world where Aston was like, okay, he just ran off because he's in a bad mood. I'll give him like a day or something to come back home. After a week, after like 2 or 3 days of Asbel not having come home, a real father would have hunted down his son and been like, son, listen, please. I don't want this wedge between us. I understand things are, like, going so hard right now. Like, let's talk this out. That should be a wake-up call that, like, hey, your parenting style isn't working and you need to change it up in some fashion. Instead, he was like, whatever. He'll probably come back in 7 years. Hopefully I'll still be alive. All of this is to say, Asbel made mistakes. He absolutely did. But he's trying his best right now. He's doing the best he can. Meanwhile, Hubert is being completely unreasonable and treating Asbel like trash because he's mad at his dad. Whether Hubert realizes it or not, he's not actually mad at Asbel. He's mad at his dad for selling him to a foreign nation. But his dad is dead, so the only one he can take it out on is Asbel, and so he does.
You can't come with me, Sophie. Not this time.
Bet.
Go find Sharia. She'll take care of you.
Hey, quit blubbering and go!
Bro, he's outside the town. He can stand out here. Free country.
Asbel. Hubert. How did this happen?
Their dad was a moron.
It's going to rain soon. Let's get inside.
I'm not weak like I used to be, Grandpa. You don't have to worry.
I always worry about you, no matter how healthy you are.
Everyone changed. It's all different now.
Yeah, well, you know, 7 years will do that.
Such is life. You just keep changing with it until you find the right path. When times are trying, You mustn't fear to face them.
Grandpa.
Oh, young masters, why did it come to this?
Because Hubert is petty and vindictive. Realistically, now that Aston is dead, Hubert and Asbel should be able to work everything out between themselves. But unfortunately, while Asbel is the one who is... This is why I'm, like... I'm really annoyed with Hubert in the early game. Is because, he's the one who's, like, still continuing it, right?
No one can stand before my blade.
I forgot that they just play the sad music even throughout combat during this section. Because, like, if it just focused on Asbel, like, on Asbel's end, Asbel is, like, he's just happy to see his brother again after he was taken away from him. Like, oh, thank goodness, like, we can finally interact, we can protect Lant together, we can, like, be brothers again, etc. Hubert's the one who's like, no, I'm mad that you as an 11-year-old didn't stop my father from selling me to a foreign man. So, instead, I'm going to attack you and then kick you out of your hometown. Because my dad kicked me out of my hometown when I was a kid, so now I want you to be kicked out of your hometown. It's just a load of crap on Hubert's end. Like, absolute scumbag behavior. Now, if Hubert had been like, listen, I'm the one with Strahda's military, I'm the one who's gonna, like, be in charge and all, and then Asbel wanted to pitch a fit, then they could have had an argument about it. Or whatever. And Hubert could have done the bit where he was like, let's fight each other, winner gets to be in charge, and then he wins and he's in charge. What makes Hubert a complete scumbag is that he then adds on, by the way, you're kicked out of your hometown forever. Which is what, to me, proves that it's not Hubert doing what's actually best for Lant or doing what is logical, because it makes sense for him to be in control right now, because he's the one with the military and all that they need. But kicking Asbel out is nothing but petty little, like, I'm mad that I'm mad at my dad for selling me as an 11-year-old, and you, as a fellow 11-year-old, or no, Hubert would have been 10, because he's got to be younger than Asbel. I'm mad my dad sold me as a 10-year-old, and that you, as an 11-year-old, didn't fix it. So now, I'm gonna do to you what he did to me, because I can't do it to him, because he's dead. Hubert's just being a scumbag, basically.
Sophie, I'm okay. Really, you should go back.
I will protect you.
That brings me back. You know, this is the place where someone first said that to me. I was so irritated a girl wanted to protect me. I said that I would protect her instead, but I didn't. And now, nothing has changed. I'm completely helpless. I'm a failure. I didn't save anyone then, and I can't save them now. Sorry about earlier. That was kind of embarrassing. Do you really want to stay with me, Sophie? Okay. Then I swear to protect you. And this time, I won't fail. I feel kinda... dizzy.
Your head feels hot.
Damn it. Not now.
Asbel. I'll go get some water. Wait here.
This hut looks a little suspicious. Shall we look inside?
No.
Sophie?
Hey, that's the girl that was with him.
You can't go in there.
Asbel!
Keep your hands off her!
The girl is meaningless. We've come for you, Asbel.
Who are you people?
Stop.
Stand aside, or we'll make this hard for you.
I feel like I recognize this voice actor.
I will protect him.
Sophie, no!
Sophie, yes!
Who are these guys? What do they want?
Asbel, are you hurt?
I'll make it. But we need to get out of here.
That music transition.
Let's head for the port.
Yo, Sophie, can you one-shot enemies more often, please? Whee! Why, hello there, you little freak. I was just thinking that I could use some more experience. Weak to B-arts? Behold, the lightning. You won't live to regret. He's already dead, Asbel.
I think that's all of them.
Chat, I know what we must do. We must request that the Windor cow defeat Hubert for us. No Launt man can overcome the Windor cow. It's a proven fact. It's unbeatable.
Game on! Okay!
Ow, ow, ow. Get out of here.
That was hardly worth dirtying my blade.
Dirtying my blade. Give me that accuracy up. Well, we're going back to Barona, it looks like. Oh, it is very foggy. No, I don't want to talk to the turtle.
Asbel, are you all right?
I'll be fine. But look how crowded it is. The ferry must be late or something.
Everyone, remain calm! The capital port is still open, and the ferries are running on schedule!
Did something happen in Barona?
Asbel, look.
These guys just don't quit. Come on, Sophie. We'll take the ferry to Barona. If people are after me, that puts Sophie in danger. I can't bear to see anyone else suffer because of me. Maybe Richard could help. He'd protect Sophie. I'm sure of it.
Is your head still hot?
I think I'm fine. Thanks. Listen, when we reach land, we need to find Richard.
Richard?
Yeah, he's an old friend of me and Sophie. The other Sophie.
Friend.
Hey, back in Barona. Where's my Elith mixer at? Yeah, it's getting a little low. I need to stop by a shop.
Okay, let's head to Barona Castle.
I knew it. What is your business at the castle? Perhaps you're planning to visit Prince Richard. Thought as much. And just how do you plan on visiting someone who's supposed to be dead?
I definitely recognize the voice actor of this guy that just spoke, but I cannot remember for the life of me who it is or what other roles they've done.
Wait, Richard's dead? What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb. We see through your lies. Just tell us what you know, and we'll make this easier for you.
Damn! Sophie, we've got to run!
Okay.
Quick, after them!
Well, I'm gonna run now. Beef! Oh, yes, we got another slot. Let's go. We're already up to 5. Not bad, not bad. The beef and the pasta are producing so fast. Honestly, we can probably... In fact, wait a minute. Let me look at the pasta. Is there something else with, like, a really high... Yeah, bread. We only have 2 of 99... Oh, we're gonna stuff in my throat. Sorry. % chance. I'm gonna put in another dish here, I think, to try and build up the amount faster. Give me a... Yeah, we only have, like, post-battle. Oh, well, this one's, like, when battle's been going for 10 seconds. Honestly, yeah, we'll do this. Because, again, I actually don't really care very much about what the actual effect is right now. Like, I don't care about the HP recovery or, like, when they trigger. I just want it to be using Elith like, I want the second-based ones because they are very likely to go off most, if not all, fights. So, it will continue to build up our Elith. Like, I just want to make sure that it keeps triggering, you know? I want it to trigger repeatedly. Ooh, hello. Night Lily Seeds. Okay, so I know we need to go up there, I think. No, we actually have to go this way to get to the castle, which is perfect because I want to stop by the shops. Hello. I don't care if you're wanted by authorities or not, your money's always good here. You shouldn't admit that out loud like that, lady. You should keep that to yourself. Glow fruit. Mysterious fruit that shines at night. I'll also take a pyrogen. Thank you. Poison brew. Richard Epcar, that's the name of that voice actor that I recognize. What other roles does he do? Because I don't recognize his name, so I need to know, like, what he's done. Stone clock. Shell chalk. The suspicious powder, which is worth 1,600 gold. That's a lot. But we don't really need money right now. I think you need suspicious powder for a side quest at some point. Oh, you use suspicious powder to make the higher tier stat buff things. Right. Sure, make a red saffron. It's Ansem from Kingdom Hearts. That is definitely where I recognize the voice from. Thank you. Thank you so much. He also did Principal Kabayakawa in Persona 5. I see. Ansem is definitely where I recognize his voice, for sure.
Richard, are you really dead?
Where are we?
It's the Royal Sanctuary. There used to be a secret passageway here, and I'm hoping it's still around.
Should we look?
I love Tales of Graces. I think the weirdest thing about Tales of Graces is that Asbel apparently had no contact with Sharia or Richard for the 7 years he was at the Knights Academy. You really mean to tell me that for 7 years, while Asbel was in the capital, he didn't try and meet up with Richard even once? And he never tried to, like, visit Sharia or, like, send her a letter or anything? I think it's purely for the sake of the plot line that they were like, oh, we don't want to, like, have to cover Asbel having talked to them at all in the 7 years. I think the devs were really like, for story purposes, we just want all of the characters to have had no interaction for those 7 years, even though it's really, really weird that Asbel does not communicate with Sharia or Richard at all. Richard especially, because they're both in the capital. They're both within walking distance of one another. Like, I could see you hand-waving the thing with Sharia, where it's like, well, Asbel didn't want his dad to, like, try and take him back, or he didn't want to get his dad's attention, so he just cut off Lant entirely, and unfortunately that included Sharia. But Asbel never trying to get in contact with Richard at all over 7 years in the same town is, like, it's so weird. So I don't think the devs really thought that through. I think that they really just thought, like, listen, we want to set up the childhood thing, and then we just don't want to have to think about the 7 years in between at all. It's not like a major, it's not like, oh man, they ruined it or anything, you know? It's super minor. It's just one of those things that when you're playing through the game again, I'm like, man, really, 7 years, you never talked to Richard or Sharia? That's so weird. But I mean, you know, it doesn't ruin the story. I don't think it even really negatively affects the story that much. I just think it's really weird.
Yeah, let's look. Oh, nice. You still break down doors, huh?
Still?
You're so good at it.
I mean, yeah, never mind. My mistake. Let's go inside.
Look, it's grown-up Sophie. Whoever could have guessed that Aston lied about her death? Are you insane? It's not grown-up Sophie. She hasn't grown up at all. She's the same age. And Aston didn't lie about her death. She got killed. But now she's mysteriously back. I have no idea what you're talking about, my man.